Roethlisberger says that Lamar Jackson, isn't that accurate, and that defenses don't fear Lamar Jackson throwing the ball. He's not that accurate from the pocket. So he had these critiques about Lamar Jackson, and obviously the Steelers and the Ravens are a rivalry. But let's talk about it. Check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And like I continue to say, man, usually you don't see quarterbacks. I agree with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. You don't usually see quarterbacks speak out against other quarterbacks like this, past, present, or still in prime, unless they do something controversial or something. And like I said before, you got a few players that's speaking up, but how many quarterbacks you heard speak up for Lamar Jackson to reset the market and do it and pay the way for them getting these contracts? Nobody. You heard Calais Campbell speak up. I forget who else spoke up. Another defensive player spoke up. But then you got, Ben Roethlisberger trying to railroad him, and he couldn't even throw from the fucking pocket for real. Everything he mostly did was off improv. But once again, people going with a narrative. There's a narrative to be had here. There's a stereotype to be had here. Oh, black quarterbacks aren't accurate, or Lamar ain't accurate. Where's Lamar had accuracy problems at consistently? Every time I see it, man, especially to the receivers he throwing to, it's on the money. Especially down the field. And that's how they stereotypical. And then you got the media control people's minds, and instead of, and everybody don't follow Lamar like that. So that's different. It's hard to follow teams that's out of market. The boy can throw. Even at Louisville, he's hitting people in stride. Mechanics, accuracy, that to me, it ain't no real issue. For real. He said we got a big arm, he can make some. But, like I said before, who he throwing the ball to? People bring up Hollywood Brown is pretty good. Is Hollywood Brown better than Emmanuel Sanders? No. Plexico Burress? No. Santonio Holmes? No. Who else he had? Hines Ward. He might be better than Antoine Randall. Mike Wallace when he was over here? No. Ben Roethlisberger had a plethora of weapons. Deontay Thompson, Chase Claypool. Or I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. A plethora of just weapons. A lot of weapons. But everybody leave out the fact that Lamar don't have no good receivers. And what they go get beat down Odell Beckham Jr. So think about that for a minute. Nobody bring that fact. Even when Michael Vick was in Atlanta, he admitted I wasn't the best studier. But who the fuck was he throwing to? Algie Crumpler? And UAB rookie Roddy White, bro? Who the fuck was he throwing to? I always said that question, dude. I always asked that question, dude. Like, they do that to black women. Donovan McNabb for years in Philadelphia. Who the freak was he throwing it to? Freddie's the people champion Mitchell? James Thrash, the Pinkerton, Chad Hall, the skier. His number one receiver before T.O. got there was Brian Westbrook out the backfield. Who was he throwing to? They always do that to black quarterbacks. Then turn around and say, well, he ain't no good. He can't get it done. And then when they old, they want to start giving them help. Like Randall Cunningham, he took a year off and he came back, and he had Chris Carter, Randy Moss, Robert Smith. He started having some help. And gosh golly gee, he balled. Michael Vick got some help in Philadelphia. Gosh golly gee, he balled. McNabb got T.O. Gosh jolly gee. Even though T.O. wasn't healthy for the NFC Championship game, they got over the hump. Only real quarterback can say, man, he really did something with less, was really Tom Brady, true pocket quarterback. But, he rode the coattails of them defenses earlier like Ben Roethlisberger did with his first Super Bowl. Antonio Brown Roethlisberger had. Shit, I knew I was forgetting somebody. We can go on and on. Why not give him the weaponry, see what he can do with the weaponry, and then when the money time come up, you fucking pay him. If he can get it done or can't get it done with the weaponry, bet. How about you shift the offense? Hey, Lamar, this year we're going to shift the offense. We're going to give you some weapons. We want to see you more in the pocket situation. But then again, all you gonna hear is people say, "Oh, Lamar can't do this," and Lamar. All this is part of the white media pressure to try to, devalue him, or y'all don't want him, or he ain't that good, and change people's opinion. Roethlisberger, out of all people, he was the king of improv. You give him what Lamar got in Baltimore as far as weaponry, dog, he don't win one fucking Super Bowl. Let's keep it real. We know he had Mark Andrews as one tight end. He ain't even the best tight end in the league. That's one tight end. And Roethlisberger always gave me them racist vibes anyway. You'd think he'd be a little bit less silenced because he took the cookies out the cookie jar. Let's not talk about that without permission. That's all I'm gonna say. He from good old boy town, Ohio. Instead of uplifting the quarterback speaking out, Mahomes speaking out, Herbert, Burrow supporting him because they up next after him, Jalen Hurts speaking out, supporting him, ain't a motherfucker said a motherfucking thing. Excuse my language. And that just lets you know where the NFL is as a brotherhood, as a union, as a league. They got a bunch of sheeps, a bunch of lap dogs, a bunch of butter biscuit tap dancing players that can't even stand together for the, people talking about Kaepernick. Okay, you don't get involved in the politics at the workplace. I'm with it. Don't kneel. Don't put a fist in the air. Don't talk about what's going on in the hood. Don't talk about inequality. Don't talk about how it's dangerous being a young, rich, black millionaire in this. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Or I'm getting railroaded. I need the black people support. Carl Jesse Jackson and all that. Martin Luther. I don't want to hear none of that. Once you sign that waiver, I don't want to hear none of it. But when this thing's trying to stand up for a brother to get what's deserved to him, regardless of his mama the agent or not, and you up next, and y'all, at least the quarterbacks should be a brotherhood. It's a problem when more defensive players speak up for Lamar Jackson than quarterbacks past, future, or present. What Michael Vick tell him? Well, you should go out there and play injured. That let you know everything you need to know right then and there about the NFL community and the black community in one sentence. That let you know everything you need to know. This is why I don't really get into the pro-black stuff. I don't get into the church black stuff no more. And this is why I lost faith in the NFL players long ago. If they can't stand together for money, they ain't gonna stand together for nothing else. Straight up and down. Instead of Roethlisberger uplifting and saying, "Oh, he deserved it, man. Hell of a competitor, game changer. They need to do it." Nope. They just show you they kick each other while they down. So when you putting your trust in the NFL becoming a union and a brotherhood and standing tall and standing for something, you out your mind. You out your mind, bro. They discombobulated, disfigured, disassembled, and it'll never be assembled, camaraderie, gelling together, never. But hey, it is what it is. Check out the NFL playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, everything in the link tree. Peace.